implants are still adjusting to the software. I'm in a prison. I can calibrate only your basic protocols from in here. It'll have to suffice for now.
Hi guys and welcome to Gaming Watcher. My name is Rolson and in this video I'll take a look at the brand new gameplay demo for Ghostrunner. So besides Destiny, I actually like a lot of other types of games. I mainly play single player games, and one of the genres that I really enjoy, even though there's sadly so few of them, is the parkour games. The most famous parkour game is probably Mirror's Edge, which is also a game series that I have absolutely loved in the past, and I really hope that there's more coming from that franchise. In the meantime, we've got this Ghostrunner. This is set in a futuristic, kind of cyberpunk-like atmosphere. You wake up in this weird city and you're this robot warrior, what you later in the demo find out to be a Ghostrunner. This is voice talking to you, and he's imprisoned as far as you understand, and you need to free him for some reason. You have your katana and your mad running skills, and then it's just off to the races. And let me just say right off the bat, I absolutely loved this gameplay demo. I have, right at this moment where I'm speaking, I have just finished playing this. This gameplay that you see in the background, I have just played this just 5 minutes ago, and my adrenaline is still pumping. This game is made for adrenaline. This is a kind of game like Doom Eternal, for example, that is made to make you insanely engaged at all times. As you will see in the background gameplay, I died quite a lot during my playthrough. This is quite a difficult game, but it makes you want to hone your skills. I already right now want to go back and try the levels again that are in the demo, just to see if I can get a little bit better time or die fewer times. This is, I keep comparing this in my head to Doom Eternal, because it actually has a lot of the same feel of like speed and gore and difficulty, and needing a particular skill set to be good at this game. This is gonna be one of those games that are gonna make people crazy trying to beat their own scores, getting better, doing speed runs, all of that stuff. Now, I'm not the type of guy who will grind this game for 100 hours or more to get the best speedrunning records in the world, but I will definitely buy this game when it comes out and play it, and I'm gonna enjoy honing the skills of this game to a level where I feel that I can play through the levels in a satisfying way. So in terms of the movements, there's nothing really new to this. We've kind of seen it all before. You can, at least what they show in the demo here, because I can't imagine that you don't get like more moves and more abilities as you move on. So in the demo here, you can basically run, you can run on the walls, you have a grappling hook. Grappling points are marked throughout the level, so you know when you can use the grappling hook. It's very easy, very intuitive to use. In general, I think the controls and the feel of the game is very well made. This feels very fluent, very easy to kind of get into. On the surface level, it's easy, but it's very difficult to execute in like a flawless manner, and you really want to do that because it can feel extremely satisfying to do this flawlessly and just go fluently through the levels, but that takes a lot of skill. I can see that already. So you run through the levels, you run on the walls, you grapple the grappling points with the grapple hook, and you can also slide when you're on an incline. You can slide to gain speed. So these are all mechanics that we have seen before. Then there is this kind of slow-mo, they call it focus, that when you're in the air you can hold down shift and you will go into this kind of slow-mo or focus mode. So you can dodge enemy bullets and then dash over to the enemies and then kill them. And this is actually one of my points of critique, if I have any. Like, Basically, I loved this game. I loved the feel of it, and I'm already convinced I'm going to buy this game and complete it. But this mechanic where you in the air turn the slow-mo on and then go kill the enemies, dodging the bullets and then dashing over and killing the enemies. You almost had to do this every time you encountered an enemy if you were not to die, and it just made it feel, already in this very short demo, it made it feel kind of repetitive, that it felt like that was the only way to defeat the enemies. And like I said, I really expect that you're gonna get more abilities and movement options, and hopefully also attack options as you move on and progress through the game. But in the beginning here, this is kind of the only move you have, and you only need to be hit by an enemy once to die. And this of course adds to the difficulty, which I like, by the way. I like getting one-shotted by these enemies, and that it's so intense that you have to really pay attention at all times to not be killed, because there's several enemies shooting at you at the same time. But it also makes it feel kind of repetitive, that this is the only attack option that you really have. It looks really cool, it feels really awesome. Slow-mo is always an awesome thing, but there should be a variation in how you kill the enemies, is what I'm trying to say. And this demo did not do a good job of showing me if I had any other options than to do the slow-mo thing all the time. So first you run through this futuristic cyberpunk looking city, but the last level of this demo, you get inside some kind of virtual or digital reality. And this is actually where I was completely convinced that this is a game that I want to see more of, because this kind of virtual world that you go into seems just kind of weird, and like it's trippy. It's weird and trippy and awesome, and it was something that I haven't seen before. It didn't feel like anything that I've played before. It was very unique, I think, and the whole storytelling that was going on while I was playing through this virtual world also captivated me a lot. So by now I'm already into the story. I dig the different worlds that they are showing me, the different environments that I can go through. The movement feels awesome, and I already, just these 2 or 3 levels that are in the demo, I already want to go back and play them again, just to see if I can do a little better and get a little bit more skilled at going through these levels, so I can do it more seamlessly. And if this is supposed to be that kind of game where you just want to beat your own record all the time, go back, replay the game to get even better, to get even higher scores, to go through the levels even faster, it's really working for them. It's really working. You really feel like the gameplay is fun enough and it's difficult enough that you feel like there's so much room for improvement, and it could, like when I run through these levels, in my head I understand how that could look much more awesome if I was much better at the game. And that is the feeling that you want to invoke in people if you want them to go back and try and beat their own scores all the time. Just like in Doom Eternal. In Doom Eternal, once you really hone your skills, going through a level and going through the encounters of that level looks like this beautiful violent dance almost. And that is kind of the feeling that I get from this as well. Again, I keep comparing it to Doom Eternal, but I really got a similar feeling from playing this. It was extremely intense. I had to really pay attention at all times, or else I was just gonna instantly die. But when I did pay attention and I did do well, it just felt so satisfying. The game is beautiful. It looks really, really good. I love the graphics. I love the environments that they have created, like I said. And the soundtrack is awesome. It's no secret if you've seen my videos that I love synthwave music, and it seems like the soundtrack here is just straight up awesome, like outrun, synthwave, retro wave, whatever you want to call it. Just these awesome 80s styled beats, and it's the perfect music to run through this futuristic environment with this katana just slicing people up. That's another thing that I love that kind of also reminds me of Doom Eternal, the gore. I love that they combined this futuristic style in both visuals and music, with what seems to be a pretty gory game. Like you just slice people in half with the katana, blood spilling everywhere. That I really like that combination. That just, it seems to be a very satisfying game if you're into that kind of stuff. Just running through these levels, listening to awesome music, and just slicing people into pieces with your katana. I see how this can be a very satisfying game. So all in all, I'm really looking forward to this game. This was just my initial first impression of this demo I just played through. I feel really hyped. Like after playing through this, like I said, I've got adrenaline pumping. I felt it was awesome and I want to go back and play it. I'm probably going to, right after I finish saying this, I'm going to probably go through the whole demo once again just to experience it once again. It's going to be something different, and in any case, I feel like this is a very nice addition to this genre, the first person parkour genre. So that was my first impressions of Ghostrunner, this gameplay demo that it just released. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please hit that like button, and if you don't want to miss out on future content like reviews and first impressions like this, or any of my Destiny content, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. As always guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.